We are back. Episode 9 of the Rammy. Dubbed by my co-host.
Simmons!
Yay!
You know what I'm saying? The Rammy.
Well, it's Coach Simmons now. AAU has started. You know what I'm saying? Red Storms. I just want to throw it out there. Coach Simmons.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's begun.
Right.
It's begun. Special shout out before we start to Coach Pooh.
Absolutely.
7th grade Storm. Played up this weekend. Big shots rally. 8th grade. Won their first 3 games by 30. Beat a great Big Shots elite team. End up beating the Raising Young Men in the championship. Our 7th grade boys played up 8th grade. They ain't miss a beat, man. They keep it real. They didn't even have their starting point guard to the championship game, and he had 1 point. So I ain't really trying to gas, but facts are facts.
Right.
They like that.
They like that.
You know, so special shout out to Coach Pooh. If you got a middle school team, 6th, 7th, or 8th grade, and you feel like you like that, come see Storm. We'll throw you around and throw you down the street. All right? F5.
It's a friendly challenge. We welcome all challenges.
It ain't no challenge, man. F5, man. Category 5, man. Straight up.
Big
down the street.
Shout out to Pooh, man.
Yeah, shout out to Pooh.
So we got a couple topics for y'all, man. But real quick, we got a slight, real light topic. Me and the co-host was talking about. You know, as y'all may know, the Jordan Brand Classic happened this weekend, and it's one of the gentlemen that played in that game, top 8 prospect in the country from the Cincinnati area, has decided to forego college and go straight to the NBA G League. And I think that's a great thing, but I want to kind of talk about this because it frustrated a little because the commentator was low-key hating on him. You know what I mean? Not really saying positive things, saying he needed college, all of this and that. So the kid we talking about is Darius Baisley. Again, number 8 player in the country. Was committed to Syracuse and then made the decision to, you know, put that aside and go straight to the NBA G League. So I'm going to jump right into it.
Yeah, let's drop this commentator in the grease. What's his name?
Gentleman by the name of Paul Biancardi.
Respectable guy.
Respectable.
ESPN Top 100. Head analyst.
Right. Do the rankings, director.
Do the ranking, directors, and everything. That's what's up. It's the Ram Report, and everybody gets called out. We respect you, but I think this point of view, I'm gonna go against it. I think it's wrong.
Right.
Something I want to compare it to is you got a kid that's, you know, high school classes you get ranked because of your GPA.
Mm-hmm.
So say for instance it's a Fortune 500 company.
Right.
You have an idea, an invention, or you're one of the smartest people around.
Yep.
The Fortune 500 company says, "Hey, come intern for us for the next 6 months or a year. Don't go to college." It's a Fortune 500 company. We all know if you intern and you do a great job, 99% of the times if you come in there and elevate the place of business, you're going to get hired.
Yep.
So what you're telling me is, let me get this straight.
Right. Let's break it down.
Shout out to Dick Park, man.
Deer Park always coming through.
Yeah, man. Looking for some sponsors, man. Anyway, Sour Patch Kids, y'all want to get on? We'll throw a pack of gummies up here, too.
Right. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get a loaf.
But back to the guy, man. So let me get this straight. The rule is, well, apparently the rule is a certain age or you go to college to go to the NBA. Majority of these top 100 kids or millions of kids are playing this to become a pro at it or have a dream of that. You can forego college to go straight into basically
anything else in the world.
Anything else in the world. So now you trying to stop that guy when the NBA G League, or not stop him, but to me hate on him when the NBA G League is telling him he's good.
Right.
Which means, and the point of the league is, and the reason why we're disagreeing with your opinion is because the point of the league is to develop.
Right. Your
points was he needs to get bigger, faster, stronger, and understand.
Now he gets to do all of this without for him, the distraction of classwork, study hall, all these mandatory rules and regulations administered by the NCAA. He just gets to go there and hoop. Go there, work out. Everything is basketball now.
And get paid.
Because the minimum he'll get is $26,000. But And I'm not even because I think you brought up this point. He can get brought up. Elaborate on that.
Yeah, like, what if he gets a 10-day contract? What if at the end of the season somebody picks him up? Like, there's nothing like on-the-job experience.
Ooh.
Half of the time, didn't America get ran off that?
Yeah.
Before all these colleges, universities, certifications, degrees got created.
It's on-the-job experience.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as an African American male, I feel like they try to get away from that because we was eating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's another point for another day. You know what I'm saying? Our topic is high school basketball. Mm-hmm. And this is the crazy part. Syracuse is an NBA engine.
Yep.
To go to Syracuse, you have to have NBA size, NBA potential. Jimmy B coaches pros. If you know anything about Syracuse, he's tied in the USA basketball heavy. Yep. He's a national championship coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, NBA ready guys go to Syracuse. Syracuse is like literally you go there for 6 to 7 months, you league ready. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your research. Alright, so this is the crazy part. If he was committed to Syracuse, I guarantee you he had the conversation with Jimmy B, and I guarantee Jimmy B said this: if you're planning to come here one and done, and they're actually giving you an opportunity to go to the G League, F it. Go right to the G League and go get better. Yeah. So the point of it is like sometimes I just don't understand. And I mean, everybody's entitled to your own opinion, so the round report, we have ours. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. And we just gonna disagree with that, man. Yeah. Like I said, I think that's bogus.
I mean, I'm always the advocate for somebody getting paid, man, because the reality is in this world, money makes the world go round. We don't know that kid's family situation, but we do know that most of young black kids coming up playing basketball, relying solely on basketball, they're usually struggling economically. Mm-hmm. So whatever opportunity he's been given to help his mama or his pops or his whole family pay bills, I'm all for it.
And then the last thing I want to give you is this, man. I'm a basketball historian, which means I love the game, so I go back and look at history and all these different things. If anybody knows where the league is going, even though it's a high school basketball show, let's look at some of the top 20 NBA players in the league now that's young. All right, watch me hit you with this.
Oh, easy.
Ben Simmons is from Australia.
Oh.
Joel Embiid, you know what I'm saying, he's from Africa. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, you got Greek freak, Giannis, you know what I'm saying, he's from Greece. You got Kristaps Porzingis. For those of you that don't know, one of the newest lottery picks, Luke Johnny. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's from overseas. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at college. You got Mo Bamba. He's from overseas. You got DeAndre Ayton. Mm-hmm. He's not American. So what I'm saying is this, like, majority of these guys came with basketball beyond borders with the NBA where they first got identified or know, or a lot of these guys have been playing pro.
Right.
Like, Greek Freak started out playing pro when everybody else was in college. Kristaps Porzingis was playing pro. You know what I'm saying? So in order for us to compete with the rest of the world, like, look at what's going on. Some of the best Greek Freak is on the steps. Yeah. I ain't disrespecting LeBron, right. KD, all them dudes. Greek Freak, a lot of foreigners that have been thrown to the wolves and played in professional leagues extra early
have been chewed up and spit out.
So the NBA has to do something. They have to do something.
Right.
But next topic.
Right. And shout out to Bayham for getting boy Syracuse, because it's cold up there, bro. It's cold. It's cold up there.
I don't know if y'all know that campus, but there ain't really nothing to do.
Yo, it's
at the Q's, baby.
Right.
That ain't Manhattan, homie.
Right. It ain't damn right. So we had one topic for y'all, man: middle school rankings and exposure camps. I'm saying it one more time: middle school rankings. Middle school rankings. That's right. So, if we got any of my people from up north checking us out, middle school is equivalent to junior high school. So basically grades 6 through 8, and those kids being ranked.
And the crazy part of it is, it really, man, we might as well include elementary too.
Yeah.
Because they got 3rd, 4th, 5th grade rankings and everything like this. For us, we kind of talking to the parents and players. So you're looking at specifically exposure camps and rankings. All right, what we get into is it important? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the thing behind it? And so it's like, number one, the first thing parents you got to look at is, I'm going to get people upset, but, I mean, everybody, a lot of different situations, no matter what it is in life, people are looking to use you. So at this point, I'm attacking the exposure camps. This became a hustle. Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to keep it real, like, out of the 150 kids that go to the exposure camp, the camp only recognizes and really know 20. The rest of y'all paying for the gear and paying for the building,
the t-shirt,
and paying for them, and your kid not getting no exposure. And to go into the detail of it, like when you talk about exposure and rankings, the one common denominator is a good player.
Say it again.
So if we're talking about exposure and rankings, the only way you're going to either get either one is if you're a good player. So my thing is you need to X that out and focus on development. Two of my local homeboys, man, and guys, two trainers I support, and I love what they doing. My man, we working, Jason Coleman. You know what I'm saying? 3D basketball.
Yeah, check him out.
Known him since we was pups. That's my guy.
Shows us a lot of love.
You know what I'm saying? Shows us love, but that's my guy. He does it the right way. And my man, Andy, BBH, Breaking Bad Habits.
Okay.
He do his thing too. They both were blessed, you know what I'm saying, opportunities this past weekend to working in McDavid. I think it was like a elementary exposure, like all-star camp, right? I don't know how many kids from North Carolina was there. I saw the clips they put up. Those kids were amazing. But I guarantee you those kids put in a lot of work and earned the right to that. So before, as a parent for the exposure camp, just to make sure I'm not going all over the place, the thing I want you to understand is an exposure camp is not a basketball camp or a clinic. Stop putting your child there to get his confidence knocked down. Your child's mind is still developing at elementary and middle school age. It's very it can get influenced very easily. You know what I'm saying? So when he goes to that camp, just because you get in the car and gas your kid up and say he good, and he get out there with the kids and they don't give him the ball, you know what I'm saying, all the different things, like, you making him dislike the game.
Right.
Let him fall in love with the game first. Like, actually work on things. You know what I'm saying? Like, perfect example now, LeBron's son, Dwayne Wade, Sharif O'Neal, Cole Anthony, Scottie Pippen Jr., a lot of these pro, you know what I'm saying, guys, second kid coming up, you ain't hear nothing about them to the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade.
Yep.
You know why? Because the pros was actually hiding their kids and they was actually working on their craft before I even put you out there. All you see, perfect example, Chris Paul's little son. You don't see because he's in the lab.
Right.
He's in the lab, and he's not going to put him out there until you dribble under people's legs and put him through. So the thing that we're forgetting is development. Everybody's going to exposure, but he's not developed.
Right.
Everybody's looking at a ranking, but he's not developed. And now let's switch to the rankings. If you rank #1 in the country and you're in the 4th grade, hold on, let me think about this.
Just take a minute.
I was about to bet my life, but I'm not. Okay, Lord, hold me down. But brother, you ain't gonna be ranked #1 in the country when you get to Detroit, unless you one of them jokers that just keep growing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or because from a development standpoint and from personal experience, once again, I'm not a pro. My dad was real big on that when I was little. And from a kid, and the reason why I can say this opinion is because anybody that knows me know they hardly ever saw me in any arena outside of school in basketball when growing up, because I was in the backyard or around the neighborhood dribbling my basketball. The point of me saying that is this: when it comes to rankings, there was a point in time in Raleigh where I practiced so much because at like 9, 10, and 11 years old, I'm going to keep it real, I was flying colors past a lot of people. But then it got boring.
Right.
Because it's like, think about it. Like, yo, if your son has 50 and 30 in the 4th grade, that shit don't matter.
So, I mean, talk about it. So it got boring, so what did you do? Did you kind of just dial it back?
Well, that's what kind of, like, people don't understand how much work it takes each and every day. Think about the attention span of a 10 to 12-year-old. So you got to kind of gauge it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And once they get to middle school, now in North Carolina breaking the rules, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, the focus first should be become dominant in your rec league, your city, your middle school. Then allow somebody to come tell you, hey, yo, you got one of the best kids out.
Right.
Not nothing you can sign up for.
Right.
Something that's exclusive.
Right.
You know what exclusive means. Somebody handwritten you that. Not everybody's going to be there. I was in an exposure camp and everybody can sign up.
Right. If it's 40 or more, it's not exclusive. You know what I mean? Like, because just to your point, attention to detail, right? If it's a camp and you got 100-something kids there, you can't pay attention to half of them kids.
Exactly.
So it's not an exposure camp. So I want to talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna jump back and start from the beginning as well.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's talk about what exposure means, right? And I got a phrase me and my guy talk about it all the time. Exposure is two things, right? The positive is go and get exposure. People find out who you are. But then the other part of exposure is go and you get your ass exposed, which means people find out who you are.
And find out that you're terrible.
You some trash.
And everybody been lying.
Right. So it's just exposure also means putting yourself out there on the scene, so where people like myself who consider themselves evaluators and scouts see that you can play the game of basketball and see that you have a possibility of becoming more, a top talent high school wise in a state, region, or country, or go on to the next level to play Division 1, 2, or 3. That's exposure. And again, if you're going to a camp and they're saying they're an exposure camp, but there's 125 or 150 other kids there, and nobody knew who you were before you got there, it's a very high probability nobody's gonna know who you are once you leave there. You just literally wasted. You spent $100 and something for a jersey, a pair of shorts, and to play pickup where you could have just stayed at the crib, got better, gave that to a trainer, worked on your skills. So I think that again, like you said, we're gonna ruffle some feathers a little bit, but I mean, call it.
I don't care.
Right, call it what it is though. Like, don't call it exposure. Just call it something else, because it is not exposure. The other thing, man, it's so funny we talk about this. I've had a huge problem with rankings.
That shit is terrible, man.
All over, like the whole concept of it. And here's why. What does that mean? What tangible items go along with rankings that says Anthony Simmons is better than Ray Masonette? Like, if we're both guards, we're both smaller, like, what makes you number one and me number two? Like, there should be adequate, transparent detail behind that. And I've looked for it, and I don't see it nowhere in any ranking. And it's just like, there's some things that are painfully obvious, though, right? Like, when Andrew Wiggins was coming through high school, all right, it's clear he's a step above the rest. When Ben Simmons was coming through high school, clear he's a step above the rest. But let me hit you with a controversy about rankings. Harry Giles injured 2 of his 4 years in high school, right? When he was playing, number 1 player in the country. But for his senior year, he got hurt. Number 2 player was Jason Tatum. As seniors in high school, Harry's not playing, but he's still number 1. And he's not playing. So how are you basing your rankings off, well, if he is playing, then he's number 1? Or, like, that shit makes no sense to me. Like, if you're qualified to play and you're playing and you clearly show that you're a step above the rest, yes, absolutely. But if you used to be and then you get hurt and you can't play, how are you still in that conversation?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, the point in case, Jason Tatum was still number 2.
Yeah.
When it came to rankings, and Harry Giles was still number 1. Now, this is no disrespect to Harry at all.
Yeah, because he came back out that injury. I never forget it. He came back out that injury, and he seen prime time in the high school OT.
And torched his ass.
And let everybody know.
Right, but then he got injured going on here. So it's just like, my thing is, this has nothing to do with his talent. It's just he should now be out of the conversation.
Yeah, the system is broken. The system is so broken, man.
So I mean that's my gripe with rankings, period. So now you throw that in the mix with or attach it to an exposure camp, the whole thing is. But
I mean, and then you can
bop. So
it's bop. And I mean, let's look at it. Like, if you look at the league and all this different stuff, like I'm not gonna tell you now, but I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna challenge you to do the research. ESPN, if you go look at their top 100, you can go back and look at it for like the past 6 or 7 years. Go look at the top 100 and see how many people in the league, and see how many of them in the league actually doing something.
How many even make it to the league?
Right, and see how many are actually doing something.
Right. So shit. So you dwindle in how many make it, and then you dwindle even further when you look at who's doing anything.
And then you could go closer. Look at them 2 years in college. Like really break. I really sat down and looked at it. They like, yo, what happened to so and so?
Right.
Right. Somebody just had him in that situation. And the main thing and the last thing we want to leave you with in this situation is this, man. You want exposure. You want rankings. Learn how to play the damn game.
Get better. That's it.
Like, but I'm not saying like go to like I understand everybody has to go to a trainer. Mm-hmm. But learn the game. So when you go to your trainer, you know how to use what he's giving you. Because half the problem is you're the greatest driller in the world.
Right, tween.
Back, tween. Yeah.
Around the cone.
Like, but when I see you in the game, you still doing the same thing, but you don't see the pass. And this is my thing. I watch so many videos though, and this is the one that burns me as a coach, bro.
Which one?
Dog, we gotta move because I swear I'll talk about this for 45 minutes.
Alright, good. I want to hear it though.
This is the last one I'm gonna leave you with, bro. I see so many kids destroying the cone, right? Get in the game and the team goes zone or the team go man, and they can never get any separation. Don't even understand how to break nobody down, penetrate to the middle of the floor, draw a defender and kick it. Or the ball, you just exchanging and moving and you just standing in the same spot. What the hell is you doing on them damn drills for?
And don't understand how to move laterally.
Because it's so simple as when the ball is swung to do this. Catch it from this way, ball fake that man this way, rip it, keep your shoulder in between the defender, take 2 hard dribbles, get to the space, rise up and shoot and kick it to the next person. It's that simple.
So I'm gonna stop because you said you can go on tangent, but we gonna come up with how-to videos, bro. I mean,
that's next. You know what I mean? We got the secret.
We gonna show y'all what we talking about, so y'all can look, study, and understand, so y'all can continue to get better. Because ultimately, the purpose of the Rammy is to let y'all know what we know to help y'all avoid some of the same mistakes we made and get better. So next topic is not really an official topic. It's more of a this shit grinding my gears type topic. And I'm seeing it now. College coaches and I guess you could call it the sleight of hand or the sweet talking, or how they try to like get players or get the attention of players to gas them up as if they're gonna come to the school or give them an offer, and they don't. And I got a big problem with that. You know what I mean? And it's just.
No, I need you to get specific.
All right, so we're not gonna call out any people's names, right? But you
just give me the situation.
The situation.
Any player can relate to this
situation. College coach. I really like this kid. I want him to take a visit. I want him to come see the campus.
Right.
I want him to come work out. And if he does well, we're going to extend him an offer. Right? And it's just like, okay. It's a little different from what I'm seeing out here, because I've watched you offer people without this. So, okay, so now you're going to, all right, so now kid goes to the school. He goes and visits the campus, or he talks to all the coaching staff, and or he plays with the team, and he shows them what he can do, and then he leaves there without an offer. College coach, you just wasted that kid's time. Why did you call him up there to basically gauge him, which is something you probably already should have done, versus just offer him? Like, why don't they know whether or not they're going to offer the kid or not? So why does it take all that?
I disagree with Ray completely on this one.
Come on, man.
Because I'm a coach, and I'm gonna keep it real.
Okay.
Like, to me, I feel like parents and players don't understand the entire situation. And so today, I want to try to help you explain the situation. Because in life, like, especially with this basketball stuff, it's a lot of simple things you can compare it to. So, this is the analogy I just came up with off the top. I'm that good. So, I wanted to compare the college coach to being a single man.
Okay.
That's what I want, to being a single man.
Shout out to all single fellas up there. Yeah.
So, this is what I don't think you understand. Ray said, and it's obvious, but the players got to get out their feelings because it's simple reading. And I don't feel like people really are understanding what they're reading. So Ray just said, you and the coach having conversations, dialogue. You're going back and forth. All right? So when you're single, you can have dialogue with how many women? As many as you want.
Right. So for the lady too, we got y'all the lady overs too.
Right. Women, whatever. Same thing. So,
talk to whoever you want.
Now, a coach has 4, 5, 2, 1 scholarships. Mm-hmm. Every year it changes per class. Mm-hmm. Right? There's 50 states. And everybody's recruiting supposedly to win a championship. So when a coach hits you and starts dialogue, that's the same thing as you going out to the club, the party, or whatever, and you starting dialogue with a female.
Right.
A lot. We said single, so that means that may not be the only female you try to talk to that day. May not be the only female that got you flustered. So let's look at it. I go to a game on Monday. I see a kid that kills. That kid may be 5'10". And I'm like, he's amazing.
Right.
I go to a game Wednesday night. I see a kid do the same thing. He's 6'3", and he got bounce. I go to a kid the next night. He's a little smarter, and he has more girth than both of them. The small, you had the small kid, you had the slender kid. Now you had the stocky big kid that has a college-ready body. The coach is talking to all three of you. Because I have multiple available scholarships. So let me ask you this question. If you and Shorty go on 2 dates, does that mean that's your girl?
No.
No. Did you pay for her food? You paid for her movie? But she didn't give you a commitment? The coach asked you to come work out while you in your feelings. Why you think you're getting recruited? He asked you to work out. That means he wants to see what you can do.
But sometimes...
Whoa, hold up.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna let you rock. Okay.
And I have to say, if you're good, I may give you an offer. Because the same thing you selling to that girl on the other side is, damn girl, or damn dude, you might be my man. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. But here's where I have the problem. Keep it 100. Don't lead me on. So there's the point where it's just like, yeah, I know you're talking to other people, but be transparent about it. Don't say, you know what I'm saying, we like what we see, da da da. But then I open Twitter the next day and see you offered this other kid.
But see, that's the thing though. They did like what they see. That's not a lie. That's what I'm saying. Like, nobody's really reading what he said. Yo, if I go to a basketball game and you drop 25 and I'm a coach and you get 25, 8, and 5.
Right.
I like what I saw.
But here's the thing though, like,
I like what I saw.
So how come you didn't like what you saw enough to offer me, but you go see something else and offer that?
Because I ain't love it.
So
like and love is two totally different things. No, that's the problem. I just said compared to relationships. You like shorty, you took her to the movies, you took her to get something to eat, but you ain't love her because you ain't wife her. Period. Like, the question I don't understand with you young kids is like, yo, you do these same situations in real life when you run a game on these girls. Same thing with these females when they run a game on these dudes. Then when the coach sits down with you, this is business. This is business. So let's look at what the coach has online. You may not know what that athletic director said to that coach. What y'all don't understand is people get fired for this. Look at the offers. A lot of kids are in this situation right now. You are currently signing, your coach got fired. You know why? Because he ain't getting the right players and he's getting judged to a standard. Period. So there's gonna be times when people get it right. It's like when that's your girl for 2 months and y'all break up. There's gonna be times when people get it wrong. But it's not what's people not understanding is, yo, how you, like, this is common sense and this is gonna ruffle feathers. Mm-hmm. If 2 schools is calling your phone and none of them offer, why you running around telling everybody you really getting recruited, bro, like that? And it's 2. If they ain't really bring you to campus, if they ain't really give you all gear, you know when somebody's really trying to get you, and you know when somebody's trying to text you.
So basically, it comes down to the fact of the matter is this: if you ain't got no offers, none of that shit matters. If the school can touch you and talk to you all they want. Say we like you, you look good, this and that, this and that, this and that. But until they say we're offering you, none of that other shit matters.
Dog, think about what it is. Take the coach out of it.
All right.
Let's not take the coach out of it. If somebody is texting you every day, or not every day, or every other day, what are y'all doing? You're talking. Period. The person that's hearing the coach on the other end is taking his words.
That's your back. Yeah,
no, it's not back. It's taking his words and their feelings. Bro, you know when you're getting recruited. You know, that's the issue. You don't know when you're getting recruited. That's what's going on. People are taking letters and a text as being recruited. Yo, bro, if you half of y'all young players text 19 girls a day. And you say, so now the coach do it and now you get your feelings. I don't get it. Work on your game and stop being pressed for the offer. Because if you work on your game, if you work on your game and you do it enough, he ain't going to tease you, bro. That's the thing. The problem is you're taking it personal and you ain't doing nothing about it. Because the guys that's taking it personal ain't working on their stuff like they want to. It's people out here that's working on this 7 days a week, 365 days a year for 3 hours a day. You working on it for 45 minutes. You get 2 texts. You know what I'm saying? You ain't shooting no shot. Like, look at the work you putting in. Damn, you want somebody to give you 40,000. You're not really looking at what you're talking about, man. All the adults understand it because they out here working and paying bills. Y'all ain't got shit. Y'all dudes got an iPhone 10 and think you tough. You think you like that because you got one phone, you ain't paying no bills. You don't understand the sacrifice of shit, man. That's what it really comes down to. You don't understand what it takes to work for something. Everything been given to your ass. Ain't nobody giving you no damn scholarship. It's 40 and I can lose my job if you stink. I'm talking to everybody.
Yeah, and
I'm inviting mad people on campus. Right. Because if I miss, I got to go home and tell my wife, honey, we got to move. We just move. Yo, you can literally, as a college coach, you can literally move into the $300,000 crib across America, and in 3 years, your ass got to go. I'm texting everybody.
Yeah, I mean, one of the homies told me one time, man, and I think it's never been truer. Now that I'm hearing you talk, college coaches care about 3 things. The check they get today, the check they get tomorrow, and their family.
That's it, bro.
So it's just, I mean, because without those 2 things, they can't take care of their family. You know what I mean? And it makes sense, man, but I'm going to agree to disagree because I can't deny nothing you said. It's just, I just feel like there's too many mind games, man. And I get why, right? People's jobs are on the line. They got to do whatever they got to do to eat, man. But, you know, so much more goes into this, right? Kids, do your damn homework. Simmons, you got a point, man. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get too hype. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. For read. But at the end of the day, through this dialect, even though we don't agree with each other wholly, the solution is this: if they ain't saying, "Oh, we offering you," don't be heavily invested.
And let me tell you too, things in life. A couple of things about life, man, that's very important. And for me, I really went through this shit. So I really want you to understand and feel it. Everything ain't everybody business. And that's another thing. Mm-hmm. Like, this social media thing, it got y'all cool to like now the thing is I was being blessed to receive success. So, like, what I'm telling you is just because you talking to a coach, you ain't got to tell everybody in your mama, because your ass going to be the one sad when he don't offer you. That's the issue. Yo, jokers be so pressed
to do it
when a coach hit their phone that they lose common sense. What I'm telling you is, like, the reason why I'm so animated and energetic and spitting these facts about this issue is because that's what I want to do at one time in my life. Is be the guy for a college coach on the staff that go gets the players. To be Jeff Capel. I want to do that. I want to go get them animals. You know what I'm saying? Cut them off the chain and turn them loose. You know what I'm saying, on somebody. So to let you understand, to help you understand that, think about it. If I called your phone and all I did was talk bad about your game, would you even consider coming to my school? No. College coaches hit you first to develop a relationship. That's why they're hitting your phone, to see what you do, to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So then now they have your information. Do you know they're looking at what you do on Instagram? Do they know they're looking at what you do on Snapchat? If they see your hand at them, shoot. If they see you doing that every 5 seconds, and you not shooting, not that. If you shooting, then they're going to come holler at you. Because guess what? When they come to your game consistently, you're going to be shooting the ball in the basket. Consistently, you're going to show your understanding. That's what it is, man. The demand is up. Players are better. So the first initial contact is a conversation to get to know who you are, to see who you are as a person, and to let you know you have struck my interest. What does striking somebody's interest mean?
Just that they don't interest.
Exactly. So stop making the talking bigger than what it is. Because when it's shorty from second period and then you come in the hallway, you do the same thing. Yo, I ain't standing in the girl, I'm just hollering at this and the third. So now you mad because my man crushed your dream. And you were spending time chasing all this, chasing what I'm talking about on this side and not chasing this coach. Understand the rules. Understand that you can text coaches too. That's the other thing. Right. So I'm gonna tell you, like, there's a period of time when you can talk to coaches yourself, when you can reach out yourself. Every time, think about it. You spoiled. Yeah, he was in my phone. Yo, bro.
Chill.
You need him. Yeah. His ass don't need you. It's 50 states. You know how many dudes is hooping? Y'all need to stop treating this like, yo, he on me, man. He on me. You know what I'm saying? He always texting me.
And then when somebody is really on you, too good for them.
Right. Then a school really wants you to D3 or D2. That's probably your damn level.
Chill, you hurt feelings.
I ain't hurting feelings. I'm telling the truth. That's probably your level. And yo, why you hitting me? All right. Now that phone crickets. Hold on. Yeah.
Quiet.
Yeah. Now you wish his ass called you. Alright. You know what I'm saying? The main thing of it is this, man. In this world, you gotta take what you want. You have to work until not your friend, not your mom, you know what I'm saying, not your high school coach, to the big man coming and tell you, you know what? I want you. Do not stop because they sent you something in the mail. Do not stop because they text you. Until they put that bread in front of you.
Which is in the form of a no.
In the form of offer. They ask you on campus. Now, this is the thing. I will agree with Ray if they brought you on campus, if they decked you out in gear, if they put you front row.
Took the pictures and everything.
Took the pictures, and then they played you. But guess what? None of that shit happened. And your feelings hurt. That's how we gonna finish this.
Man, yeah.
None of it happened.
I mean, great points, man. I wish it was a little bit different. I wish it was a little bit more transparent. The riddles wasn't in it, but the fact of the matter is, shit, it is. And you think college recruiting is riddled, man? Wait till you get to the real world, where you got to deal with corporate America. But that's the topic for another day. Real quick, man, we about to wrap this up, but we want to do a spotlight, man. I'm gonna let Ant go first because he has some things going on this weekend. So
for the first time, I'm gonna be a little selfish, man. I'm just spotlighting the North Carolina Red Storm.
Woo! Storm.
I mean, that's just keeping it real, man. That's our brand. Coach Baker, Jawan Baker, Coach Pooh, Coach Marcus Campbell, man. I mean, like we love it. Did we win every game we wanted to this weekend? No. Did we win games this weekend? Yes. Did we put on shows? Yes. Does Pooh have the best 7th grade team out? Yes. Does Storm 17U sell tickets? Yes. Does Storm 17U kids going to school? Yes. Like, I just want to shout out our program, man, because when you work hard for something, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to love what you do. You got to want to do it nonstop. And, if, you know what I'm saying? And all we want to do is help kids and do what we do. Ain't nobody gave us nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just like everybody else out here. But I know this, you know what I'm saying? Like, we put everything into it. Mm-hmm. We put everything in our heart into it. For us, this is something we want to do. So whether it's the same thing I just gave you, we not stopping. We don't have a deal. We ain't stopped.
Right.
We don't have a deal. Our players still get new shoes and new shooting shirts. We don't have a deal. We'll still bust your ass. We don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a deal. Our kids still go to school. So what I'm telling you is just like in the next topic, just because ain't nobody telling us we don't have to do that mean we don't stop. We work. We put our own money into it because eventually we're going to keep grinding until somebody does do it. And even if they don't, like, our goal is to help the community, is do what we love, you know what I'm saying, and do it till we offer this earth. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to shout out our program, man. I appreciate every single parent, player, and supporter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a big weekend. Y'all showed well. We back in the lab this week. We grinding, man. Storm, man.
Yeah, shout out to y'all. So, I mean, I was privileged to witness that, man. And I will say, just about on every level, y'all got a showstopper. And, you know, that's big for somebody who's, like you said, not sponsored. The reputation speaks for itself. So that's dope. So, run out of time, but real quick, wanted to, you know, put a spotlight on a kid that caught a lot of people's attention this weekend. Southern Durham's Javis Harvey. The kid, let me tell you something about this kid. This kid catches everybody's attention because he does all the little things well. He's not out there between, behind the back, spin move, in and out. Like, it was just simple, one bounce pull up. I'm wide open, pull up. Super efficient, super intelligent. Expressionless, which I think, you know, that's attractive in a player. Like, he's just out there hooping. He not complaining to the refs. He doing whatever the coach say. He jogging back and forth to the huddles. He's running hard every play. So shout out to him. You know what I mean? Like, you would look at him initially and think he's basic, but his basics is what makes him efficient and what makes him, more importantly, productive.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So
this is a kid, man. Known him since the 9th grade. I feel bad for Kestrel Heights because Kestrel Heights had him and another beast on his team, Marcotis, and the school had to get shut down because of administrative things.
that's it.
And you know, Coach Dave Noel, shout out to him, respect him. Durham basketball, he at Southern. He got him now, and I mean, he gonna blow this summer, man, because it's straight to the point. He ain't doing no talking, his face ain't changing. That man been in the weight room. He in shape. He can go 32 minutes. He can hit an open shot. He can get to the rim. He can hit his free throws. He can defend. He talk on defense. He's productive, efficient, and he's versatile, which means he can guard 1, 2, and 3. And if don't like that boy stop growing, he can grow 2 more inches, he can guard the 4. And college coaches, holla at this young man.
Yeah, you need to be on. I really do. But with that being said, man, we out of here, episode 9. The Grammy. Yeah.